What's up?
I just wanted to kind of chill. Is that something I can do?
Yeah, why don't you contribute to
Why
the
don't I?
conversation then?
Okay, sure. Okay.
Yeah?
So, what are we talking about? Or do you want me to throw up a quick topic because I had some questions?
Yeah, what are your questions?
Okay.
Adam
So,
Halperin,
for one,
$9.99.
dinos being extinct is a
What is
cope.
your
Okay.
favorite country
All
in
right,
Europe?
that's a bit of a cope because I had a debate with my chat a minute ago, and birds still exist. What do you feel about that one, Lycan? What do you feel about that one?
Way less cool than dinosaurs.
Wait, I thought chat, back me up. Isn't birds like derivatives of dinosaurs or something? I don't know.
You
Listen,
think a fucking parakeet is as cool as a velociraptor?
I mean, maybe kind of low key. Yeah, parrots are pretty cute. Yeah, they're cute, Stinny.
Yeah, you guys had to change to survive. Frogs have been pretty much the same, just maybe a little smaller.
Yeah, no one cares.
Dino
Honestly.
DNA. Still the same. Now it's bird DNA. We are the dinos, the surviving dinos.
Yeah,
better.
but we pay. Think about how much money we pay to fly around.
Sigmasaurus Rex, Pepe in chat.
What? Absolutely not. Ye never ever lose. All right, but no, seriously, something I was gonna say is, is anybody here hyped for any upcoming games that are coming out recently, or anything? Because I've been trying to keep track of certain games because we are coming out of a drought. It feels like we're coming out of a gaming drought. I'm really looking forward to Darkest Dungeon 2.
Yeah, I've got a ton of games I'm looking forward, but they're all the insane autism simulators. So Kenshi
what?
2, yes. Darkest Dungeon 2.
Oh, is that coming out?
Yes. Frostpunk 2, hell yes.
Oh yeah, my brother's so hyped for that. Yeah.
Kerbal Space Program 2.
Yes.
Hell yes. I'll probably play Age of Empires 4.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you about that because the Age of Empires 4 stress test has been going on, and a lot of people have been jumping in. You have people like Pestily even playing it. A lot of the Dota people, I saw Sing Sing play it and stuff like that. Sacriel got pretty into it. I'm absolutely in love with that. I love playing my Middle Eastern brothers and that shit. It is fucking amazing. I really like that game. Yeah, I've been watching a bunch of people play it. A lot of people seem pretty satisfied with it, and I'm telling you, my competitive edge that I lost when I stopped playing Dota is definitely scratching that itch and bringing that back, and I'm really, really happy about that.
For Age of Empires 4.
Yep.
Wait, so the beta is already open and everything on it?
No, there's a stress test. So they're stress testing the servers, so that way when it launches, they don't just shit the bed. So they did it for 2 days. I think today is the last day. So they're stress testing.
Well, but
it right
you're
now.
stress testing the game, right? So there's some game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all.
it's out. It's out pretty much. It comes out in a month and 8 days. So they're stress testing it right now, and then presumably fix anything that needs to be fixed.
Huh.
Yeah. And yeah, some people in chat are saying it. I know there's I have friends that are hyped for Diablo 2. I never got into Diablo 2 personally. So I know I'm never been that big a hype.
Highly
big a hype
recommended.
around
You
Diablo
should
2,
check it
but
out because it's a
I know
complete
there's hype
dumpster
to that.
fire of
Something
misinformation.
I'm kind of hyped for that
I'll think about it.
I don't know what'll come out of it is Path of Exile 2. I'm kind of hyped for that.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah,
when
that's actually a thing. I played Path of Exile 1. The thing that kills me the most about Path of Exile is I feel like balancing the game around people being able to log out makes the game incredibly boring.
Yep. Me and my brother were talking about that, and yeah, it's really tough, especially when that's a core mechanic of how you play it.
Because
it's
there's this whole ramp up to potentially dying on a hardcore character that's so exciting when you don't know if you're going to make it or not. And Path of Exile, you never, ever, ever have those moments of uncertainty. You basically, if you die, you realize it 2 seconds after. You're like, what? Oh, that little itty bitty thing on the screen, one shot.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which is so not fun. You don't get any of that stress or any of the crazy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it when you're on the edge of your seat and then you miss one keystroke and then you stay in a puddle and it's done or something. But the way that Path of Exile works is you just miss a pixel because one pixel was a mob that comboed with the other mob's debuffs, and then you have 0 fire resistance and you instantly die. It's really, really weird.
Wait, hold on, real quick. All noobs who have never played Endgame on hardcore say this ye laugh. What do you... Myliv, please explain to me what I just said that changes, like, hardcore endgame. I'll be honest, the highest I ever got a character, I think my character only got to level 92. But tell me what I just said that was wrong. Are you telling me it changes late game? Are you telling me that I haven't watched 15 clips of people that have fucking thousands of hours in Path of Exile instantaneously lose a character on hard mode to some itty-bitty eel on their screen that kills them in one shot? What the fuck are you talking about? What am I saying that is not true? What? Good luck.
On behalf of all Yi posters, we disown that individual. We do not take responsibility or claim that individual. I think I speak for all Yi posters.
Oh, he types sweats to me. The guy is a dumb fucking, he knows it. I gotta run.
Oh, God. Oh, no. I'm telling you, it's a Pepe poster in disguise. I'm telling you.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Path of Exile players just accept the fact that they lose characters? What? No, they don't. Wait, what big streamers play without logout macros? Who are there? I could be wrong because I don't watch every big Path of Exile streamer. Can somebody tell me that? Are there large, like, hardcore Path of Exile players that don't play with logout macros? Mathil is basically the only one who does hardcore no logout. Okay, yeah, thought so. Okay, sorry, I'm done.
Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know. I was... the thing that really makes me kind of hyped for a PoE too, I gotta get my dog in, but the thing that makes me really hyped for PoE too, that I imagine a lot of people are pretty hyped for, is they seem to be adding some kind of guns to it, which are pretty cool. I'm excited to play like a gunslinger and shit.
Why do you feel like you particularly are drawn to guns? What do you mean by that?
Whoa, wait, what do you?
Weird.
What's the?
That's kind of weird
what's
that you say
the
that.
implication?
Oh, I'm asking
Wait,
you.
what's the
I'm asking you. I just thought it was kind of weird. What do you mean by that?
I don't know, man. I just like guns. I figured as a fellow gun owner that you would probably appreciate it as well. No? Why you gotta be
weird? It's not because you're a gun owner. We know why it is. Okay.
Oh yeah, why is it? Go ahead.
It's because of who you are.
Who am I?
An American, right? We love guns.
Oh, okay, dude. Okay, dude.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Right,
wait, are you taking that a weird? Wait, were you going in a different direction?
Okay, dude. Sure. Okay, dude. All right. Yeah. No. I'm an American, of course. Yes. Fellow Second Amendment lover.
True.
Of course. Excuse me. No, I mean, like, yeah, no, I'm kind of looking forward to the guns and shit like that and the gunplay. I mean, it looks fun. It looks entertaining. Yeah. So, something else that I was curious about. Have you played? I think I remember at some point you playing Dark Souls. Or did you play the Dark Souls series?
I think I've beaten everyone on stream. Yeah.
What about Demon Souls?
I didn't play that one. No, the remake. No.
Yeah.
I heard it was cool.
So so like the remake, I never really looked too much into it until recently. Man, the graphics on that game look crazy for a console.
All the PS4. What was Final Fantasy VII remake released on? Is that PS4 or PS5? I don't even know what the fuck generation run. Whatever the most recent generation PlayStation is, those games look really good. The PlayStation 4 graphics look really good.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I was looking at that, and I was actually genuinely surprised the PS5 could do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was actually surprised. They looked good even for PC graphics. But yeah, I never played that, and I wanted to play that. Did you play Bloodborne?
Yep, plan to beat that. Yeah.
What was your opinion of Bloodborne out of all of the Dark Souls games?
I liked it a lot. I thought it was really cool. Yeah. I think that when I played through the Souls games, I always played with one vitality. Because it was just a fun thing to do, because if I fuck up, I die.
Mm-hmm.
But, so I, for me playing through Souls games, I always, you have to do, like, iframes. You have to learn how to, like, roll and parry. So playing Bloodborne was just, like, another Souls game to me. But I've heard that some people, especially if you, like, do heavy armor builds, you're used to blocking a lot, that Bloodborne is really aids, because it's really hard to get used to, because you can't just tank stuff or use a shield. You'll get, like, super fucked. Yeah.
Anybody that uses a shield to play Dark Souls doesn't deserve to play Dark Souls.
Damn.
I think that's a pretty base take. Okay. I mean, I think that's pretty based.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah. I haven't played any of these things, and I was recently thinking about getting a PS5, and then I looked at what you have to do to get a PS5, and I was like, yikes. But yeah, I was thinking about doing that because I also want to play God of War as well, the old one, and then I wanted to lead up to the new one. Have you seen the concept art for the character Thor in the new God of War Ragnarok? It's very interesting. They went with an interesting direction for it, and I was talking to my stream about it. And like you know how what strongmen look like who compete in strongmen competitions and stuff, how they got like a really big like gut, but they're really, really strong.
Yeah, they're very muscular, but they have a lot of fat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's pretty much what he looks like. And I was like, you know what? I'm not really feeling this. I don't really feel like this is Thor, but this is like one of the very first times this has ever happened to me. I watched a bunch of people talk about the myths of Thor and like his original depictions and stuff, and how little information there actually is on like the original depictions of Thor, and listening to them talk about like his myths and the stuff surrounding him and stuff, and from the actual like academics and stuff. And it really just like in 40 minutes, my opinion radically changed. I went from I'm not really feeling this kind of depiction of Thor to I think that this depiction of Thor is honestly my favorite so far that I've seen. And that's just because I feel like it would make the most sense, honestly. Because Thor is supposed to be a really strong guy who drinks a lot of alcohol, who eats a ridiculous amount, who's also like the strongest man alive. And like strong men are some of the strongest men alive. And like more or less you'd probably have a gut if you've been drinking, crazy amounts of alcohol and eating a whole bunch and shit like that. And so it all makes sense. And I don't know. I just thought it was a really weird thing that it was like the very first time in my life I'd ever experienced like looking at something, saying, I'm not too sure about this, and then like reading up why it happened in such a way, like artistically, of course, not like information. I've flipped my opinion in like 10 seconds, but like artistically, like an artistic direction, and then it had it flipped like in 40 minutes. It was crazy listening to some of these people talk about it, the original myth, and it was just cool.
Wow, well, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. It was really cool. I'd look at it. Also, I'm hyped for that. Have you played the God of War games?
I did not know.
Any of them?
I'm really lazy when it comes to like plugging in my console and getting it all set up or whatever. It's a lot of dumb shit.
Yeah, I imagine. I thought about when I was getting the PS5 if that would even be worth it for me to go through all that. Man, I grew up on those God of War games. Those things were fucking amazing. Did you have any inclination to play the modern God of War games? Because I know a lot of people like that as well.
I mean, they looked good, and I like those types of single-player RPG games, so I still might at some point, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I would just kind of... Yeah. A lot of people really seem to really root for that one. I thought it was really cool. How close are you to being done with this?
Well, technically, I've already beat the game. I'm just like clearing out side bosses and stuff now that I didn't before, just because I might as well kill them all.
Yeah. How close are you to actually doing that, though? Like getting rid of the bosses?
Like a couple days. Depends how much I play off stream, but... Hold on. God of War 3 is a good start. Graphically, it still looks good. Oh, no, wait. That was what I was looking for. Oh, there are indications that a 2018 God of War is coming to PC. Oh, I also heard that one game, Returnal, might come to PC, too, which would be cool.
Returnal?
Right. Yeah. What did you say?
I'm sorry. I just wanted to know, like... I just didn't think it would take that long for you to do that. What is Returnal?
Fuck, wrong spell. Just a really cool, what do you describe these things as? Are they roguelikes, I guess? But it's like cool. Like, yeah. Well, that implies that roguelikes normally aren't cool, I guess, so.
Oh, yeah, Returnal. Okay, I saw a bunch of people playing this at one point. Yeah, I didn't actually like look too much into it or anything like that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty hyped for upcoming games. It's just like, a lot of time spent like in what feels like a game drought and stuff, and that's more or less that's what I do all the time off stream 24/7. Is if I'm not streaming, I'm playing video games. That's all I really do.
Have you have you ever played RimWorld? Do you like games like that?
Yeah, so like RimWorld, the thing about RimWorld, so kind of, and the reason why I say kind of is I always find with games like RimWorld that it starts out like so complex that I almost don't want to endeavor, and then when I do, and I decide to get into it, and I'm starting to get through it, I start to lose morale because it feels like it's going to take so long to get to the end goal and stuff.
Oh, sure.
And so I typically will lose morale, but yeah. And I'm also not a big fan of the art style of like RimWorld, but for kind of for parody, I'm really excited for the Dwarf Fortress remastering when that comes out. I'm really excited for that.
Nico Gottlieb, $4.99.
Fuck, hold on.
Would your bougie self be willing to debate Gavin McInnes?
If that guy ever wanted to, sure. Fuck, what was I just gonna say? Oh. Have you ever played a game called Star Sector?
Yeah, so after you played that, I played
yeah?
the fuck out of that game. I remember I saw that for the first time, and it was like me and my buddies were like, yo, this game actually looks pretty fucking good, because we're kind of like in that almost like retro. It's like kind of like a retro game in that it has like a specific feel.
Yeah, for sure, especially if you like read all the flavor text and everything, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And my buddy is really, really big fan of like retro-esque games. And so me and him were like, yeah, this looks pretty good. And then he was like, another one of my buddies was like, yeah, I used to play this. Me and my dad used to play this shit. And I was like, okay. And then we downloaded that. Yeah, and I played the fuck out of that game.
There's a lot of mods for that game. I'm avoiding that because I would play that a lot, I think. That game was super fun. Dude, when I went to Aruba, I was playing that shit like 4 hours a night in bed. It was like, that game was super awesome.
Yeah, I really do like, I really did like that game for sure. But the only issue is I feel like there's a lot of games like that are kind of coming out of public favor, so not a lot of people are.
There's some game that I played, the little Starship game that I had on my laptop. Yeah, sorry. You said that there's not as many games coming out that people are looking at favorably, or
that are similar to that, because I just don't think there's very much as big
demand
a market for games. Yeah.
Have you played Stellaris? It's a 4X game. That's
yes.
Oh, did you like that? Is that a good game?
I thought Stellaris was okay. The big issue is it just felt like the military was just blob. That was just it.
Well, I mean, like, it's not supposed to be about like micro control, right? It's supposed to be like a big management game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's supposed to be. So like everything else besides, like, I thought how the actual management of your I guess civilizations, your planets was really good. I really liked that. I really enjoyed that. I loved the RPG elements. I actually like a lot of the DLC stuff that they added and stuff, but it's just good.
Oh yeah, fuck. I can't believe I didn't ask this yet. Did you play Kenshi?
I never played Kenshi. No.
That's
Everybody
a really
keeps
good game.
saying
Yeah,
I
you
need
should.
to. Yeah.
That 100%. That game was super fun for me. It's a little bit like there's a lot of weird shit for initially you have to learn, but like that's a really, really, really fun game. And there's like, it's even ironically probably of all the kind of like the autism grinder games I've played, it's probably the most watchable on stream because you get to look down and watch fights and shit, and like so you can name people after chatters, and it's really funny to watch them fight. I think that's a really, really good game.
Yeah. Do you play the Total War games? I'm in love with the Total War games. Have you played the Total War games, Destiny?
No, I have not.
Oh my god!
Oh
my god!
Have you ever played Space Station 13? That's another one that gets recommended a lot. I don't know much about
that one. I think they're doing like a remake or something of that. I saw something on a Steam page or something like a remake or another thing. I'm waiting for that, so that way like a new community can come back up and stuff. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I think there's like a remastering or something coming out. It's like there's a Steam page for it. But yeah, I want to do that for sure. If that actually ends up being a thing.
You should play Kenshi. Is really good. You should play Kenshi.
What about you ever played Dead Space?
Yeah, I think I played 1, and I think I beat 1 and 2, and then I tried to play 3 with actually a guy called JP. I don't remember why we were friends back then. Or no, it's because we did StarCraft stuff. But yeah, I think I tried to play 3, but then he had like some crazy DLC shit, and I didn't get access to it, so I was like, fuck this game. And then we stopped playing. Or no, there was like a bonus like pre-order gun I think that he had, and I was like, well, this is dumb. Fuck this.
I never really got into 3, which is weird because me and my brother are both pretty big fans of 3, Dead Space, and so we never just got around to playing 3. But the remastering Dead Space, and it looks so good. I'm really, really excited for that. I'm really excited for that remastering. But yeah, and then obviously the really big remastering that I'm looking forward to, I'm sure like almost everybody on the internet is looking forward to, is Knights of the Old Republic. That's gonna be it. Did you like that game? I'm assuming you did.
I actually never played that one, but I know that it's like a fucking
What?
huge fan favorite. Yeah.
You never played Knights of the Old Republic?
No, but if I'm guessing, it's probably aged horribly, and if I tried to play again, it would be garbage. That'd be my guess.
Probably. That's probably true. It's like, as much as people like to hype up games that they've played in the past or what have you. That game was really fucking good. I've heard people play it more modernly, that like think that it's really good, but like, I wouldn't really know. I wouldn't be able to tell you definitively. Obviously, as somebody that's had their brain, get the big nostalgia brain of it, because yeah, I really, really like that game. I think you owe it to yourself to try that remaster when that shit comes out, because I'm hoping they do that right.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. All I do when I'm sitting and I'm trying to figure out games to play and stuff like that, all I'm really doing right now is just, it feels like almost kind of like biding time, trying to get to that point of like playing games and stuff, which is kind of weird, but kind of a weird feeling, because like after my stream, I just sit and I play video games.
Yeah.
And then,
What's like the most recent? What have you been doing recently?
Age of Empires 4.
Okay, yeah.
Then I started. I went back to Dota. That's how desperate I was.
Oh no.
So yeah, it's been pretty bad for the game drought for me. I'm just trying to wait by time and stuff like that. But Dota. But yeah, I mean, stream has been going pretty well, which is really nice as well. I really enjoy a lot of the support that I'm getting from a lot of the people and stuff. But where I'm at right now is just like agony, waiting for another game to come out. Yeah. I don't really know what this is. Do you play / enjoy XCOM? I love XCOM. Did you ever end up playing XCOM 2 after your first?
Yeah, I beat it. XCOM 2 unfortunately got way easier because they gave you more options. The Grenadiers were just stupid. If you had like 3 of them on your team with enough upgrades, like a few grenade blasts would just like clear out like every single fucking thing in the game.
Yeah. Did you ever play Long War for XCOM 2?
I did for 1, but not for 2, no.
Ooh, that's yeah, that'll kick you in the balls for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I only ever play those games on Long War, because once I start playing it on Long War, I just can't really go back. And that's a game that I've like stopped playing, and then come back to probably like 5 or 6 times. This is just games I always come back to. It's like that, and only recently, super recently, did I ever stop going back to Arma 3. I did the same thing with Arma 3 for years, where I would just like play the game once, go back.
What do you
to
play
it, like,
for Arma 3? Do you just like multiplayer deathmatch things, or what?
I have quite a bit of people that like Arma. So what we would do is we would do like milsim stuff and just kind of like LARP with that, and well, not really LARP, but you know what I'm saying, RP. And that's always been really fun. Like getting our task force Arrowhead radio, I think is what it was called, and stuff like that. Oh my goodness, and stuff like that. That shit's a lot of fun. So yeah, I'd get like 10 or so many people and do that. It's quite a bit of fun to do that. Also, we joined a realism unit, which is just like 100 people doing that, or like 50 people doing that all at once. So you get a bunch of people trying to like LARP as though they're in the military and stuff like that. So it's quite a bit of fun.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Something that I was really surprised about I guess not super surprised about, but kind of surprised about when I was fully expecting you to really like Escape from Tarkov, honestly.
Maybe if I played it a little bit more, but
Yeah, and it started to make a little bit more sense. I don't mean this in a derogatory fashion, but like it makes a lot of sense because you really like, or at least you seem to play League, so it makes a lot more sense.
or how the fuck does EFT connect to League?
Right. The reason why it connects to League is because League tends to be super fast paced, super high, like quick return on like clicking. It's just a very fast paced, flashy game. And like Tarkov isn't always like that, especially if you're not like somebody who's really good at fucking aim and you're just gonna run through and blast people because you're just gonna walk up to like somebody, die instantly, then have to spend 25 minutes putting a kit back together and then like do it over again. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
So I just think that in general it would be like it makes a lot of sense based on like the games like that, as well as like games like I don't want to say Warzone, but I don't know. It feels like it fits more with like your dynamic to not really like that game. But I don't know. I fucking love Escape from Tarkov. I'm like a lot of people in that regard. But
Okay.
you know, I don't know.
I'll keep it in mind.
I think you. So have you ever tried Total War Warhammer?
Nope. Don't know anything about it.
Really?
Really?
So have you ever tried a Total War game at all?
Nope.
Oh man, I think you should try it at least once.
Yeah?
Total War Warhammer is fucking amazing. It's a phenomenal game. The third one is coming out. It's a really, really fucking good game. It's like a. So wait, do you even know what it is? Like more or less?
I have no idea. This could be FPS. It could be first person, or it could be RTS. Okay. I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah, it's like a mixture. It was Total War kind of like pioneered a system of like RTS tactical like combat, kind of similar to like more RTS games like StarCraft and but not minus the base building on the RTS thing. It's more of like armies v armies, and as well as grand strategy. So what you do is you take like your armies, sack cities, take those cities, manage the cities, manage your resources and things like that, and then you take your armies and you fight other armies in an RTS style. And so it has a mixture of grand strategy and RTS, right?
Okay.
And I think it does it fucking really well because it just feels like two separate games. You get the grand strategy game and the RTS game, and I would especially look at Total War Warhammer because of just the variance. Some people say things like Rome or what have you for like their go-to, but I like Warhammer because I like the magic and all of that stuff that kind of adds a little bit more elements, as well as the unit diversity.
Okay.
I'm sure you've been talked to about like Warhammer and Warhammer 40K, right?
Maybe. I've heard them before. I know about like Warhammer, the thing in real life where you have like the little troops that you paint and shit, but I don't know anything about these types of games now.
Okay, so yeah, there's Warhammer, which is one that was discontinued, a fantasy, Warhammer Fantasy, which was unfortunately discontinued. Was it rebooted? I don't remember. It was like it's like a fantasy story, medieval stuff with like knights and stuff like that. That's what the Total War Warhammer games are about. And then there's 40K, which a lot more people like, which is like, you know, with the in the 41st millennium, so they got spaceships and shit and stuff like that. Yeah, so but it's Warhammer Fantasy, and I don't know, I just think it's a fucking phenomenal game. I think you could enjoy it for sure because you like, I've seen you play some like grand strategy-esque games and management games and shit like that, and obviously you play RTS games. And so I think it's something you could like, and it has like unit diversity. Like pretty much no matter what you like as an archetype for fantasy, you'll find somebody that fits that, like a race that fits that. There's so many fucking races in that shit. You get like rats, which are Skaven, and like humans and orcs and demons and shit. Like it's just absolutely wild amounts of stuff. And they're coming out with a third game here soon that a lot of people are hyping up, including myself. that is gonna add like more demons and stuff. So I'm pretty hyped for that.
Okay.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of really cool titles and stuff. I especially think there's some things that like it's like that Total War 100% that you should break into. Because I think that'd be really fun not only to watch on stream in a similar fashion to Darkest Dungeon, because I really like it when I beat a game and then I watch other people like play it and go through the learning process and see how quickly they can like pick it up and stuff. I think it's really cool. So yeah. I don't
Gotcha.
know. I'm just vibing.
Okay. I'll keep it in mind, all right? My list of games in my head to think about playing, all right?
How's Europe been for you?
It's okay. I just sit at home, play games, go to the gym, come back, do it all over again. Every day. That's it. That's my life.
I'm actually curious then, because I've had this idea. Why go then? Like, if it's so similar to what you do here, is it just like what is?
Oh,
the
because Melina wants me
experience
to
for
spend time with her
traveling
and shit.
So, oh yeah, and can she not just she can't just constantly stay in the States, right?
No, we have to juggle it because of the visa restrictions and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I know you said at one point that you really enjoy the back and forth of there's some give and some take when it comes to like being in where are you? Sweden? Right
Yeah.
now? Yeah, some give and some take. When it
Wait,
comes to that,
what do you mean by that?
like give and take, like there's some things that you like more over there.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think like the way that the cities are built and the public transit is like way better in Europe than in the US for sure.
Yeah, that's what Booksmarts was telling me about the various places that he was visiting in Europe and stuff. Is that like he really enjoyed like the public transport, and he also said it was really nice in some places that he could legitimately just like walk wherever the hell he wanted to go.
Yeah, European cities are way more walkable than American ones generally.
Yeah, which is I imagine that'd be really nice. I say that as somebody who like where I'm at in my girlfriend's place, I can walk to tons of places, but I'm still
I feel
too
like
lazy.
I've outpaced
Like
them
these walks are like
intellectually.
3-minute walks, but like I'm just such a lazy fuck. I'm
Oh, well.
such a lazy fuck.
Don't be so lazy. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of good memes. Do you so the place that you're crashing in right now, that you're hanging around in this spotty internet, is that like how it is pretty universally and over there, or is this just like
No, you probably just have to get lucky. It depends on where you're at. Usually when people brag about like their internet being good or whatever, it usually doesn't. They don't know what it means to have good internet. Most people don't need good internet. They just need like decent internet.
Yeah.
So like a lot of Europeans will say, like, oh, we have really good internet. Like streamers would love it. It's so good. It's like, no, you don't know what the fuck good internet means. You play video games. Like, yeah. Like if it lags like once every few hours for like a couple seconds, like you don't even notice it. It doesn't matter. But
Yeah,
for
exactly.
streamer shit, like jittery lines will destroy you. And it's a really big deal. Yeah.
how what are your speeds?
Technically, the rated speed here, like if I do like tests, is pretty good. Fuck, I don't remember the last one I read, but I think it's like, I want to say it's like 100 down and like 30 or 40 up or something. It's pretty like what it tests at is good, but the problem is it's just not stable all the time, right?
Yeah, that's
But this happens like almost everywhere. It's really hard unless I've got like fiber lines. I usually have really good luck with. So yeah.
Wait, do you have fiber at your place in California?
Yes, my last like 2 I have. Yeah. I don't think I'll ever go back to non-fiber if I move somewhere.
Yeah, like I personally, I've never had the. Well, actually, that's not. I actually don't. I think we had fiber when I was in Arizona with Darius. I don't remember. We had like. Yeah, we had like the 1 gig down situation, and man, that shit was nice.
Yeah.
that shit was super nice.
super nice.
Yeah, it was so fucking fast. It was so fucking nice.
Downloading a game in like a few minutes. It's like nice, yeah.
Also, kind of a little bit off topic, but something that I personally, because I'm personally not big on like looking into like biology stuff or anything that correlates to like the vaccine stuff. I'm not super big on that. and all that stuff. But I remember you were going over the some shit to do with the vaccine, and you were looking at like the increased immunity, or the more specifically the increased efficacy that and resistance to COVID that people who have had COVID and get the vaccine have. And sheesh, I'm looking like an Antifa super soldier now, dude.
Oh, did
Like,
you? Were you actually infected at one point?
Yeah, I was. I was infected at one point, and then I got the vaccine. And I don't know, man. It's like it's pretty nice to have those kind of immunities. I am worried about long-term side effects of the COVID itself, though, because like,
Those are supposedly like pretty rare, like 3% or less. I think was the last thing I saw. So.
yeah, I'm
Hopefully
just
you're
pretty
okay.
worried about it as a NEET that sits in my chair. Like, you know, I'm worried about like fucking anything. I'm worried about a creeping fucking cough, because all I do is sit inside, don't exercise and shit like that.
Sure.
So you know, my health isn't exactly great, and I consume horrible food for me. So it's I don't know. I'm pretty worried that, you know, something like that, you know, might fuck with me. But I don't know. It feels nice that I got my immunities in place. So
Yeah, that's good at least.
yeah, it is. It is.
Do you live with your twin brother?
I used to. So actually, this has surprised a great many people. I think I left.
Destiny is in Stockholm. He 100% has the option for 1G internet. Sukaja, you're so fucking stupid. Where are you from? Are you Swedish? Half your fucking garbage-ass fucking buildings here are rent-controlled at the fucking ass. The shit that I live in right now was probably fucking bombed in World War II, except it wasn't because I'm in fucking Sweden, okay? Like, I can go down in the basement to this apartment that I'm in, and there's literally fucking bunkers here, okay, for when you guys thought the fucking Nazis would invade. Don't sit here and tell me that every fucking apartment in Stockholm is wired for fiber. That's just not true. You're either European and you're fucking stupid, or you're an American that thinks that, like, Europe is the land of fiber internet and every fucking city you go to. You're just wrong. Fucking moron. Sorry. Go ahead.
I love it. I love it. Something that people tend to be surprised about is I have done a very, very small amount of traveling in my life, like an incredibly small. So like when I was like, I think it was like 4 or 5 or something, I moved from, you know, one state to another state, and then from that point I hadn't moved for 20 years. And I hadn't been out of the city but 2 times. And the only vacation I've ever been on in my life was one where like half the time I was just trying to make money doing it. So I like went to it was the Dota TI in Seattle I went to. And so yeah, I went over there, and I thought that was quite a bit of fun. I loved that, but yeah, I'm just gonna be honest, I was scalping tickets, so that's how I paid to get there.
Gotcha.
Listen,
Also-
young kid, go for it.
Oh yeah, just real quick. So Perspective Philosophy is saying fiber is standard in Britain now, okay? Standard in Britain now, okay? You guys still have apartments where you have 2 taps on your fucking sinks, okay? Because half your shit isn't even hooked up to fucking water mains, okay? Chill, all right? I literally just Googled this, okay? Your adoption rate for fiber in the UK is 15%, okay? Stop. Everybody needs to calm the fuck down, all right? Jesus Christ. Sorry, I'm not taking it out on you. Oh, I just did take it out on you. It's not fair. Okay, I love you. Go ahead.
All right.
I just beat these fucking guys, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm somebody that never really, and I never really had a massive drive to go out of, like, cities
country or
and
a
shit
city?
like that. Yeah, but like my girlfriend's family, for example, these people are wild. These people, they travel like once every 2 months, once every 3 months. It's wild.
Sure. Well, rich
It's just
people,
crazy.
yeah, they move.
Yeah, they move. Yeah,
They move around a
Like,
lot.
That's just. I'm like, I literally can't keep track of them. Half the time I'm asking her if her family's still in town.
Yeah.
I just can't keep track of these people. And it's just weird. Wasn't it at one point? I'm not sure if it was just a meme. Didn't you travel like at one point almost 1/3 of an entire year?
I think I did. I was out of Was it 100 days? It was a lot. Yeah, there was a year where I was
Yeah.
traveling a fuck ton.
Yeah, I remember there was people inside of my chat room because I've had like 6 different debates about traveling and stuff like that, and some people say like, you gotta travel, it's a really big thing, and I'm just and so yeah, and then somebody presented me with that. I was like, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot of traveling. Yeah.
Do you travel almost entirely for fun, or is it a lot of it for business, or?
It's whenever if there's like somebody that I can go hang out with, or bang, like I'll do that. But it's basically I'll just go where people are. I don't like care to see like fucking mountains or shit like that. I don't know. So it's just I'll just go to where there are like people to hang out with basically. But also that year I was traveling way too much, but it's because of like Malene and everything too. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense. I understand that. No, I don't know. It's just different shit. I was thinking about traveling for one of the first times because my girlfriend wants to do some shit and stuff, and I don't know. And also like, I have a lot of fucking streamer friends that I want to hang out with.
Yeah, that's a good reason. Is a need to travel?
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. And stuff. So I was planning to like hang out with some of those people, and that seemed really cool and really fun. So I was probably gonna do that, but I had very little experience with it. I'll tell you one thing though, like, so the first time that I was cognizant, like had the ability to remember to be on a plane was to go to Georgia for the canvassing.
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah, and I like for me
I
personally,
can't believe that was this year, right?
Yep.
That's crazy. And I think my Omaha stuff was this year.
Yeah,
That's
your
like
Omaha stuff was after.
all the time has been so strange over the past like 2 years for me. It's been so fucking weird to think about. But yeah. But go ahead. That was the last time you could remember being on a plane. Yeah.
Yeah, but like that being the first time I ever remember being, I loved that. I loved being on a plane so much, which is really weird considering a lot of other people's experiences seem pretty different. I have a really big fascination. Did you ever see the movie? I think you might have talked about it at one point. First Man.
Nope.
You ever seen? Oh, okay. So there was a movie called First Man. And it's, I forget who the main actor is, but it's a more recent movie about Neil Armstrong, I believe.
Okay.
And like all of the crazy shit he did in his life. Yeah, Ryan Gosling played him. And I thought that movie was really good. And that movie made me cry at several bits. And the reason why was because I just love, like, when people work together to make something really difficult happen. I fucking love that. And that's how I felt on the plane. I got an experience like that where it's like, it's not super difficult by, modern standards, obviously, to get a plane to do shit, but I never like firsthand experienced, being on a plane like that and stuff. And it just felt so incredible that there was engineers and people, mathematicians and stuff like that made this happen and made it happen to at a point where I can pay like $100 and sit in this seat and do that. It made me so emotional to know that like that was the case. I don't know. Have you ever had an experience like that where it's like just not really something that you would expect, but like it's just like, I don't know, fucks with you like that? I don't know.
I don't think I have the same type of fascination with it, but I kind of understand what you're saying. You should watch the Have you ever seen like any Apollo 13 movie?
I think I did. I don't remember it though.
That's a pretty crazy one. I think Tom Hanks does like the most memorable one. I think is what people talk about, but that's a pretty crazy. That everything related to that was like pretty insane.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just those kinds of things. It's a whole experience for me. It's fun. I recommend that to anybody who didn't. And if you don't want to watch it, I'd highly recommend the opening scene. The opening scene is really fucking good, especially if you like aerospace stuff like I do. It's part of the reason why I enjoyed Kerbal Space Program so much, personally, is because I really enjoy aerospace stuff. I actually wanted to go to college, and I actually went with a guy. I grew up with a guy, and me and him wanted to be like doing aerospace stuff. He went to a college that was one of the most prestigious in the United States for aerospace and stuff like that. But it's it was a really big dream of mine, and so that game was quite a bit of fun for both of us and shit. And I'm really excited for number 2, and really excited to get that going. But it looks like it's got a bunch of delays or weird stuff going on, which is sad.
Yeah. Apparently, like the last dev team was like super underpaid or some dumb shit or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's fun. It's fun. All right, buddy. Thanks for lending me your ear.
How far did you
What?
ever get in KSP? Did you ever land anything on like Duna or whatever? Or
No, so actually, that was the weird thing about KSP for me is I never made it super far like that. It's just it started breaking down for me and becoming like repetitive in a specific way, whereas like it was pretty similar, but I know it wasn't, because when you get to outer planets like those, some of them have partial atmospheres that you need to bring like certain drogue shoots at certain intensities to and do the math on that, because that's the fun bit for me. The fun bit for me is planning. That's always the fun bit. There is the planning. The execution is just what comes as a result of planning. I love the idea of being methodical, thinking through all of the problems that could go wrong, the redundancies, just in case things like do go wrong and stuff like. I really like thinking through all of that. And aerospace really feels like the thing that has like the most at stake if you don't do that. So that's probably part of the stuff that gravitates. It's obviously like the bleeding edge of a lot of like
did
technology.
you land anything on the moon at least, or not even on that?
Yeah. Oh no. I went pretty far. I went to like the moon, the Mun, and I think I forget. I think literally I only didn't land on 2 planets.
Okay. So you got like decently
two.
far. Okay.
Yeah, I got pretty goddamn far in it, and yeah, I don't know. And the big thing, did you ever play with a mod? Do you ever mod that game?
No, I didn't know.
Oh, goodness. There was a mod that was crazy. I don't even know how they did it. It was called Roster Prop Monitor. I don't know if anybody in chat ever played with that mod. That was it. That was the mod. That shit was incredible.
What did it
and
do?
what it did, it just enabled you to have like computer heads-up displays inside of the ship, so that way you could do a lot of the navigation inside of the ship. So you wouldn't have to zoom out. Yeah, you could push the buttons and stuff. It added like, it was like, you know, like Microsoft's Flight Simulator. It added like fucking 80 buttons inside of the each of these cockpits that enabled you to like, that actually did things. So you could technically fly the whole damn thing from the cockpit, from the first-person view, which was really fucking cool. I thought that was so fun for me because I don't know, it just added a level of immersion that was really nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was. But so, I don't know. Yeah, I won't steal any more of your time. So, you have a good one, buddy.
All right. Hey, be careful. Stay safe. Okay.
Yeah, you too, brother.